Before we get into this evening's live, I would like to go over a quick overview because it's been a wild day so far in crypto. As we can see, XRP still up about 2.5% at $2.54, but that doesn't even begin to tell the story. XRP at about $2.72 earlier, our first technical target up, but was unable to hold that $2.61 or to all the way down to $2.58. I would call it a bridge level. We wanted to back test there, but now it looks like we could come down further and retest the whole pattern breakout as a whole. With what Ethereum's done in the last, I would say 4 to 5 hours, several times Ethereum was unable to hold 4,000, and now we see it down about 126 bucks or 3.17% today. So that tells a lot within that little reversal. Bitcoin down to 105.9, so 105,925. That doesn't really speak much to me. But Ethereum, it looks like it's bearish, right? Everything looks bad, right? But then when you get into the chart, you can see a massive, and I mean massive, inverse head and shoulders here. And if it plays out, and it plays bullish, I mean, you would expect this 3,800 level to most likely hold. But this looks like a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern. Or, you know, you can always look at the optics of, well, what if it's not an inverse head and shoulders? Well, if it's not an inverse head and shoulders, this is a very, very big possible topping pattern. If it starts to come and it invalidates this structure, once it comes below here, then you start to be like, uh-oh. But as of right now, just retesting that breakout point, looks to be a much wider inverse head and shoulders. But if it doesn't break out of here, you have that optic of coming down like that as well. And that would not be so good. That would not be kind to the market. I can tell you that right now if that were to happen. However, it's still back testing from a area of support and not pushing up to an area of resistance, which is always a good sign. We just got to invalidate what could be a double top setup here. That's not what you want to see. You know, you don't want that to play through. If this plays through, well, a lot of people have asked me what my expectations for a alt season is. Well, it hasn't hit my expectation yet because Ethereum is yet to break out. Ethereum is yet to push past this very volatile level. Now, this is an important area right here because this area was where it needs to break over, and this is the long-standing pattern formation, and now it's back testing. So I don't see anything outside the ordinary here. It's just we have to make sure that we understand what we're looking at. And if that back test right now, and that's about 3,000, whoops, let's get rid of this, just because it's in the way. This would be 3,000, I'm just going to do it, 3,822. That's where that back test of the breakout is, and that's a huge breakout pattern for Ethereum. And if it played true out of that, it'd be 7,667. So you would need to see a back test, and that's what we're doing right now. So whether this back test holds or not, that's to be determined, and it'll probably likely be determined in some sense while we're here live, which is a beautiful thing. So that's something to watch. Bitcoin's still up on the day barely. It moved up a couple $100 since we've been on, but it's at 106,102. I still don't see anything that makes me worry. Like, there's nothing here that's any different than overzealous up and downs, extreme volatility, which just means, especially for Ethereum, there's going to be a major move one way or the other right now. And if it holds this back test, that major move in time is going to go over 7,000 if this plays out. Like, it's just literally breaking out of this long-term consolidation, and now we're back testing. And we've got about 50 bucks to spare right now for Ethereum. So something to be watching, as we've stated for the last several weeks. You know, we're trying to see if that alt season can push into full gear. But Ethereum right now, we need it to cooperate. We also need the Bitcoin dominance, which has come down several percent since it was peaking around 62, 63%. But Bitcoin, the money is still pouring into Bitcoin. Michael Saylor bought another, I don't even know how much it was, like 15,000 Bitcoin or some crap. I don't even remember how much it was, but it was an extreme amount of money again. So Michael Saylor's back at it, buying Bitcoin. Maybe it was, I feel like it was like a $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, but I could be wrong on the number. We can always look it up. But he did buy a massive amount, and it was just released to the public today that he bought it. So now you get that unrealistic and crazy volatility that can only take place when something like that happens. And then there's just so much that we can go through in the market. Like there's some that are up, like VELO's up 12.6% today. But really, when you look at the rest of the board, you got IOTX is up 6.8% today. But then, like, most of the other ones are treading water. Most of the other things are treading water if you just look across the board. You know, you've got Ethereum treading water. You've got Doge down about 2%. You've got IOTA down about 2.4%. You've got DGB down 6.66%. Right back into that 1.37 cent area. It's amazing. XDC at 8 cents. But down 2.1%. Zillow's down 4.6% to 2.52 cents. Then we got VeChain up 1.8% and HBAR up about 0.5%. But right now we're working through a bout of consolidation. So it'll be nice. This will be good information that we can pass on together. I've been glad to see so many people are in here this evening. Thank you everybody for the happy birthday wishes. I greatly appreciate it. It is my birthday today. So as you guys might have found out or realized with everybody saying it. So I do thank you for the happy birthday. I really, really do. People saying we're about to crash. People have been saying we're about to crash since it was at 89 cents. So, you know, I don't know. People have been saying we're going to crash for a very long time. Eventually they'll be right. Eventually they'll be right. But I've had everybody tell me XRP is going to crash once it hit that 95, then when it hit $1.30, then when it hit $1.60, then when it hit $1.90, then when it hit 220. You know, so crashing to me means different. It always means something different to me. You know, I don't look at this as crashing. I just see this as retracement, retesting. A lot of people think we're crashing or that this is bad in some way. Well, it could end up overall being bad, but look at where the market's at. Even with Ethereum's big drop down there, I mean, it's still on the top side of an inverse pattern. It had a nice V-shaped recovery. Double bottomed. Looks like an inverse pattern. I mean, this almost looks like too good to be true if you're a short. This almost looks like it's a trap. But we'll see this in real time. We'll see this together. I thank you everybody for the happy birthdays. I'm 41 today. 41 today. Although I've been calling myself 42, so it officially starts to trek to 43. You know, you always got to stay ahead of yourself by about a year. Then when you get to the age, you're like, oh, wow. I'm just starting that next chapter, huh? So, but with that being said, let me just do an intro very quickly. Please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this live. I see we have about 30% likes. If for any other reason, hit that like button for my birthday. I'm not asking for a monetary donation, friends. I'm not even asking you to join Tom's Army. Just help me push my content on my birthday. So good evening. 6:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, I mean, XRP, what can we say? Came up to that target, $2.71.4, got rejected, and unfortunately, it could not hold the back test here on this wick high of this first run up when it got the rejection back test. Now, we've created what looks like some kind of cup formation, but we still have this dragon pattern. Somebody I seen chatting earlier was saying, oh man, that dragon pattern, what a letdown that was. It broke the tail. Well, no. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Think about a cat tail, lion tail, dog tail. I don't care what kind of tail as long as it's long. You got the tail, right? If it's going up like this, how many times have you seen your dog and cat curl their tail and then swing it back out, and then you got this wobbly mess going on? So, like, just because the tail bends over, that's the tip of the tail. It happens. That's how they wag the tail, right? They wag the tail. So the tail is not giving in just yet. Let's see. I gotta see. I see there's a few donations here, which I am very, very appreciative of. I I always am surprised when somebody sends a donation. So let me pull it up on my phone just because one passed by. I was in the middle of my thought. But let's see. What does this say? Joey McCaffrey, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Where you see XRP end of year? Oh, happy birthday. Thank you for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge and me being abducted by aliens. I don't like to put a timestamp because it's cheap. Because if I say something by the end of the year and it happens in February, then people will be like, oh, you were wrong. Even though it still played out, it just took longer. I see that in the same consolidation by the end of the year. Unless we break down and have a massive end of the year collapse, I just see this doing the standard up. Just a consolidation back, test our levels, and hopefully by end of year we'll be around that $3.04 mark. If we're not around that mark, it would mean something's probably gone horribly wrong. So, you know, I would like to say I see us around $3.04, but we'll see. We'll see. If we're not around $3.04 and December 31st, something's gone wrong. Is all the best way I can put it. Because then this pattern would have completely imploded. Robert says, I'm super optimistic. I thought H-bar was going to pop. I'm just worried about Ethereum going below 8,800. Wait a minute. 3,800, you mean? Happy birthday and welcome to the 41 Club. Well, I mean, Ethereum's fine right now. If it did go below 3,800, that would be the first sign that something's not quite right here. So I actually agree with your level, Robert. But don't worry until you're, and you know, don't over worry until it's time. You know, be aware of what's going on, but don't be overly, you know, oh my God, this is the make it or break it point. Because look at what you could have did with XRP all the way back, and this is what I was trying to say. If this is the pattern we're in, you could take this, whoops, let's get rid of this. You could take this all the way back. Like, this consolidation pattern didn't just start. Like, look at, if you just look at it like this, we just broke out too early, that's all. That's it. We broke out a little too early, and now it's back into consolidation. Like, I think that's a much better way to show everybody, just so, you know, it's not one of those, oh my God, it's over. It's not over. Not even close. Yeah, it came up and got rejected at that 271, but that's what it was supposed to do. That's the technical target. It's not supposed to just break through, typically. And now if we remeasure this out, you can see how it broke back within if you go back to a farther standstill. So, you know, that's why I wanted to look at it like this, because you can clearly see the consolidation out is getting caught up here a little bit. And I would have liked to have seen it held that top level. I really would have. But that doesn't mean it's breaking down. That just means that it had an overzealous rundown. And now we're going to want to see if we can get a close here together in 12 minutes. If XRP is over $2.55, ball game. If XRP is below, well, it's going to be like the, not just the 7th inning stretch, but we might be playing extra innings here until we can see what's going on. MC Prosperity, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Says, happy birthday, Tom. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you so much, MC Prosperity. I really appreciate that. Double Bottoms, thank you for the $10 donation. And we hopefully we'll run off of this double bottom unabated. I appreciate that, my friend. I really, really do. Michigan versus Alabama, December 31st. Nope, we got screwed. I don't need to play them. We beat them when it mattered in the Rose Bowl last year. We should be playing some garbage team this year. Let's face it, we went, what, 7-5? We don't need to play Alabama. They just missed the playoff. We're not even ranked. The only thing we did good this season is we beat USC, which they suck anyhow. But then we beat Ohio State and Columbus. We don't deserve to play Alabama. We're not good enough. I don't want to play them. I wanted to play, like, Louisiana Lafayette or some shit. I don't want to play Alabama. There's nothing to prove there but to get our asses kicked. They're mad. We don't care. We beat Ohio State. Half our players aren't even playing. We don't want that. It's all an illusion. Thank you so much for the $5 donation and being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge and me being abducted by aliens. Happy birthday, Tom. God bless. I really appreciate that, my friend. I'll go on YouTube Studio real quick just to see if we have any new members of Tom's Army. If anybody decided to join Tom's Army on my birthday, it'd be a cool gesture. If some of you that are watching that have never joined Tom's Army joined on my birthday. Not much left for me to do in the YouTube sphere as far as getting our prices to where they need to go, unless we got to do it again, which we will if we have to. I'm hoping, though, we just, you know, we don't have to have that big drop down and we can continue to do this in a, let's just say a pretty Straightforward way is what I want to see in the market. I don't want to see no surprises here. I just want it to do what it needs to do. And then when all I want is XRP so I can make an educated and informed decision. Just like I did in 21. I want to make the same educated and informed decision when the pattern consolidation ends. That's all I want to do. That's it. If I could get that, that's why I needed to get the 549 so that it can play out this entire pattern. Then we can be honest with ourselves and say, hey, are we going to have a redo of last year? Or is this something bigger? And I can't wait to get to that point. So we have quite a few people in the last day or so. So we had rejoining for 14-month Timothy, and he upgraded the legendary supporter, which is unbelievable. He's going to get an XRP token. We've already communicated. He actually requested me to sign his XRP token, which is awesome. That's a privilege you get if you are a legendary supporter, which I never expect anybody to do that. Amanda, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. I really appreciate that. We had, let's see, Chris Jensen, Nicholas Sutcliffe, and Barry Yoga. Thank you, all of you, for joining Tom's Army. We had Jati rejoin Tom's Army. It gets the Dusty's out of crypto news. Excellent. And Andrew Jones, the most recent subscriber to Tom's Army. And I don't know if these were today or yesterday into today, because it won't flip over until like 9 o'clock tonight on my thing. So thank you all for joining and rejoining Tom's Army. I can't even describe to you how much that helps my content. Because like I don't do paid subscriptions or paid sponsorships and all that nonsense. It's not that I can't. I get offered so many of them that it wants my head to just jump off my body and run away. So I stop looking at those emails. But I try to keep this a free-flowing thing. So the members of Tom's Army, so incredibly important so that I don't have to do anything else. The ad revenue doesn't hurt, but it doesn't pay a lot for my kind of views. If I had like 10,000 views per video, well, yeah, then I would make a decent amount on ad revenue. But right now, I think right now, last month was my highest month I ever had in ad revenue. And it was like $1,300 from ad revenue. Obviously, I have to pay taxes in it on the end of the year. So take out 25, 30%. But it's still something. Some people say, oh, what's the point? There's a point. There's a point. There's a point. Plus, all of you that are generous enough to be in Tom's Army, I mean, it speaks volumes. I think it's that we're at 216 members. That's the highest we've ever been at. Ever. So, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Almost up to that magical 222. But this looks like we could have a nice reversal playing out right here. Looks like we could have a nice big W here forming. Got 7 minutes until the close. $2.55. I'm not hating this. I am not hating this. Robert says, my last super chat was deleted. I had said that things are different. It seems like every time it's supposed to pop, things get caught up. Let me look on here. I did not see a second one. That could be, I could have overlooked it. Let's see. Robert, thank you for the $1. I don't know where that one's at, Robert. But I see what you're saying. It does seem like every time we're about to move up for XRP, something does stand in the way. But remember, Robert, look at this in the grand scheme. Is it, though? Does something always get in the way? Just between me and you, Robert. XRP right now is backtesting $2.54. Isn't that where we're at right now, roughly? $2.54. So I understand that things keep getting in the way or things are in the way. But I was just sitting here in November, you know, just 6 short weeks ago, and we were sitting here talking about XRP still under 50 cents. So, like, I understand maybe we want things to move in an unrealistic pattern or unrealistic pace. But, ladies and gentlemen, give XRP a break. We were at 48 cents and we're at $2.55. I don't know what more you want. Unless you just want it to go to $10,000 tonight like everybody's promised you. Oh, bye, Michaela. Bye, Scar. Drive safe. Okay. So we got to give it a. No, they're not. They can talk.
I think that's why they don't want to say that.
So we just want to, you know, we want to make sure we're not overanalyzing this and being overzealous. We want to take this in stride. So tonight, if we're taking this in stride, oh, don't get me wrong. I want it to go to 10,000 too. I'd be a billionaire. Well, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams, and so would all of you. But we're looking at this $2.55 mark. Like, this is a big area, and this looks like a possibility of a reversal here. I love watching this in real time with all of you. You have no idea. Some people wanted me to have liquor and drink alcohol on my live tonight, but I just don't like to drink. So I'm sorry about that. That I couldn't appease that side of it. But I don't really like alcohol. Not that it doesn't. Sometimes you feel good, and it's warranted. But on a Tuesday night, we can do a relaxation. Do we have a pre-roll, Julie? Now that the girls are gone.
We do have a pre-roll, right?
Yeah, you want to go to the pre-roll? I had to wait for the girls to leave. They went back to their dads, and we don't smoke in the house with them. So, but now they just left, so we could certainly relax together. That is for sure. I do need to thank a couple of you though. It's all an illusion. Thank you for the $5 donation. You said happy birthday, Tom. God bless. God bless you as well, my friend. And remember, everybody, don't forget to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this fantastic and all glorious day. And I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me this blessed day and my 41st birthday with all of you. And I already know some of you have been talking about our Lord and Savior, which means more than one of us has spoke the name of our Lord and Savior, which means God presides over each one of us right now. Whether you're a believer or not, you're cast into it. So, all you have to do is have more than one believer and the Lord will shine down. But no matter which way you look at it, it's fine by me. I don't judge. What's good for me isn't good for you, so to say. So, CJ2 Pilot, thank you so much for the $19.99 donation and said happy birthday. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year. And a special shout out to Rob Witt. Rob, you just made me the happiest person in the world today. You have joined Tom's Army on my live. Unbelievable. And he's got that month one badge of me being abducted by aliens. That is incredible. Huh? Where what went? Oh, it should be in that bag. Here, I'll go look. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. I don't want Julie to stress out too much. I got it, Julie. Assuming it's up here. Unless I gave it to my mom, I can't remember.
Did you?
It is possible that I could have given it to my mom.
Aw.
Oh, I got. Okay, I know those. I'll just do this one. Hold on, everybody. I'll be back. You guys are all used to me just leaving anyhow. All right, Julie. Julie, where are you at? Oh, you went to the bedroom? Oh, okay. Hold on, everybody. I'll be back. I'm getting the relaxation as you've requested it. Are you going to hang out in the room, Julie, or do you want to come out here? Okay.
I found it.
Found what? It's in there?
What? It's making his own.
You're going to tell the audience what you did for me.
What did I do for you? I made you a nice cake,
Yes.
and with weird frosting, but it still tasted good.
It was homemade frosting cake.
Homemade vanilla cake with
Just like I like. I like
my attempt at buttercream that I whipped a little bit too much, so
Yeah, but it came out
and it
good.
kind of melted because it was on warm cake, but it still tasted good.
It did. It was
Yeah.
excellent.
And then you got a butter churner.
I
You
did.
got a cookbook,
I didn't even tell the audience what I got.
and you got clothes.
Oh,
and
I'm
you
back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But no, Julie got me some cool stuff.
He's even wearing the shirt I got.
Yeah, this is one of the shirts she got me too. But she got me a butter churner, And it's an older school one, like the 1905 edition, because I like old stuff. And it's one that I'm gonna have to do myself. See, I'm gonna have to turn it myself. But I like making butter. Jack Daniel. If I do have something, I do like Jack Daniels. If I do ever have a drink, which I could have very easily got that, but you know we had the kids here today too until they went back to their dads. So the step kids.
Snakebite whiskey we had
That snakebite whiskey was good, Julie.
It's like a cinnamon.
Sure was.
There was also
I always tell my audience, if you really want me to drink, you can send it right to my house. Some people have in the past.
And we have enjoyed it.
Yep. And I would definitely take a shot on the air. You know, strutregali@gmail.com if you need my home address. I must trust you first, though, so let me know who you are. But yeah, so we're still continuing. This looks like a possible reversal. Can't you see it, Julie, if this W plays out?
I don't see a W.
Oh, that's why I said if it plays out.
I see M's.
Well, right now you see an M. And that's what we're trying to avoid, but we're trying to get it to go like this. That's what it would... That's how a bullish Gartley works. Right on support structure, and then it would bounce out. Now, if it doesn't, and even if it's bearish, you would expect something like that just to make that M, like the bigger Batman. But if it gets a rejection, like I said, at $2.55, that could make this point moot. Wow, what's this? Happy birthday, Tom Rango. Thank you so much. Or does that say
Crango?
Crango?
Yeah.
Or Clango?
Crango.
Crango. Okay, it was blocked on my thing. Crango, thank you for not only being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge and me being abducted by aliens, but also sending your first YouTube super chat of $4.99.
I also got shaky legs.
That's how I am, Daniel. That's exactly how I am. I have no desire to drink. Like Julie even said, do you want? You can get something. Yeah, I don't know. I just had it. I literally just had it, Julie. And I set it down. Oh, it's right here, Julie. I got it. But yeah, no, I really don't have any desire either. I don't know. I've never been much of a drinker, though, I'll be honest. Julie knows. We haven't drank much even since we've been together. Oh. For almost 11 years now. Or, well, just over 10. I blame that on your ex. You guys just didn't get along good. It's not letting me donate. XRP Broska, no problem, my friend. Don't worry about that. I'm just glad you're in the house. I'm just happy you're in the house. What did he say to look at? Lost?
I saw something about Air Force.
IOST. Tom, please look at IOS. I don't even know what that is, shaky leg. I don't know what that is. I'm so far behind today that I'm not even sure what that is. Man, I had kids and all I want to do is drink but have no time. Britt, I understand that as well. I can understand that. I did not get my XDC because it was not on fucking It was not on HOTCOIN earlier. Unless by some miracle they put it on in the last hour and a half or so. I've been looking all day. Let's see. It is still not on there. So, they never put it on, unfortunately. They never put it on, unfortunately. We have the flip of the clock now. Ethereum, like I said, it stayed above it. See, all of these stayed above on the close, which is nice. Ethereum stayed above I call this doomsday if it comes below this. Because this is where, if Ethereum comes below here, there's the chance that maybe this was a false signal. But I doubt it. And I only say I doubt it right now, but I hold the ability to change what I'm saying. Only because if this doesn't play out with this V-shaped recovery and being this inverse setup, inverse head and shoulders, what looks like it's playing out, we got some problems. We have some serious problems if that doesn't play out. And the problem is, and this is just an observation by Ethereum, what if we're in a broadening wedge now? And that would suck. It would suck. What if we ended up in a broadening wedge here? If we have this, uptrending resistance, right? Higher highs. And then you're like, well, what do you mean a broadening wedge on Ethereum? What the hell? Well, what if somehow, some way, Ethereum's dicking us and it's doing something maybe not a wet, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. From a lower scale. See, that's what we don't want to happen. We just want this to hold. That's what I'm saying. That is very critical at 38.22. Otherwise, we could be looking at like a 400-point drop. if we can hold 255, we hold this short-term area, we flip it to support, and it would be huge for XRP. It would be absolutely huge. And the reason why is because out of this wedge or this falling channel, whatever you want to call it, we created this short-term consolidation as well on the breakout. And this is just looking at it in a slightly different way. Maybe a bull flag setup possibly. But right now you're back testing the first area. If it holds 255, that's so huge. Because then you don't have to come back down here to 235, possibly 220. Even if it comes to 220, it's still super bullish on a back test until it gives way. But you don't want to come back there. Jaden says, happy birthday time. I love your channel. I live in Southeast Michigan. What do you think is about to happen? Thank you for the $4.99 donation. I really appreciate that.
Southeast Michigan. That's around us.
That's right around us. I live in Southeast Michigan. I'm in Oakland County, so you're not, you got to be close to me. So we're definitely in the same area in Michigan. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Every time I see somebody that's close to me, it's awesome to see. I like hearing that. Because we can change. You know how it is in Michigan right now. There's a lot of people that are struggling really bad right now in Michigan. I used to be one of them, like hardcore struggling. Livingston County, that's right.
Livingston?
Yeah, he's down the 2 counties over, basically. Livingston, Macomb, Oakland. So he's within the same range as us.
That's by Wayne.
Yeah. So you're closer to Wayne County.
Monroe area.
Wayne, Monroe. Yeah, I think so.
South.
That's not too far from us. A little south, yeah.
Like Inkster.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. But like look at this with XRP, guys. Just if we want to speculate here together, and like I said earlier, some people are like, Tom, are you not going to come on because it's your birthday? I don't look at days. I always work on my birthday. I don't consider this work in the general sense because I don't think being a streamer is the same as going to a job. Yes, it's very stressful at times. Yes, I got to watch it 24/7, but I'm not doing that labor. And I'm doing it from my house and I can talk to my love. So it's not like I'm at work.
But it is work.
It is work.
You do it all the time.
But I enjoy it. So here's what I'm seeing with XRP. See how this could be a little bit of an inverse setup? The reason why you don't want it to come down there, look at, you could theoretically see this, and maybe not so much the dragon pattern if that happened after, but you could see a big inverse setup. Like, this is what I don't want to see. I don't want to see it lose that 255, even though it could. And then be like, oh, well, we could technically come down to that 219, like I showed 220 on the descending wedge back test. Because I know we could. But I want this to be the awe-inspiring birthday, and it's already falling flat because I wanted it to hit $3 for the first time on my birthday, but I suspected it probably wouldn't. I knew we'd get up to 272. That's why we were talking about that yesterday. But I wanted it to back test and hold, but now it just looks like we got to go through the motions. And the only good thing is right now we didn't come back up here to get the proper double top that I was saying, even if it's an M-topping reversal. We didn't come up high enough. We came up way short. Way short. Absolutely. Somebody said this was a slight setback, which is true. But only in the sense of we could have went quicker if we would have held 262. But like they said, we've got strong support. Strong support in the area. Even if we come back down farther, we've got a strong support. Strong support. Yeah, thank you everybody for the happy birthdays. I really, really appreciate it. I seen Clam Bellies just said happy birthday. I appreciate it. John, was that John Matrix said he used to date a girl from Monroe? Monroe. No, that's not too far from here either, Julie. Or who said? Yeah, John said that. Jason says driving home from work. You be safe, my friend. I appreciate you listening on your drive, but be safe. Right now, good sign so far. We just want to stay above that 255 level. Julie, here. You gotta enjoy our birthday.
Aww.
I can walk over here. Just because I'm live, they don't mind if I walk over and back and forth. You're important, Julie. Don't be sorry. You made me a birthday cake. It was yummy.
Promise.
Yes, it was very. I ate it all, didn't I? And I don't usually eat cake. So, you know me, I'm not a real big sweets person.
Well, I didn't make it too sweet.
So the fact that it was still cake. Tough to go sweet. But I ate it all. Genesee County here. Hey, Jimmy, welcome in from Genesee County. How awesome is that?
That's the area.
Huh?
I used to go to the Genesee Valley Mall with my dad.
When you used to live.
In Lapeer.
Yeah,
Columbiaville.
I used to live in Dryden when I was younger, so I know Genesee very well. Oh yeah, Columbiaville, that's right for you. I forgot about that. That wasn't too far from where I used to live either. We were about 20 miles away.
Just north of LaFayette.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then if you would have went a little north, you could have got to Marlette very easily from where you were at. Did you ever go to Marlette where you were at? Big hunting spot for my stepbrother. Well, ex-stepbrother. Not Marquette, Marlette.
Where's that at?
It's like, did you ever go to Metamora?
Oh, yeah.
It's near that area. XRP Broska, thank you so much for the $1.99 donation. Thoughts on DAG? Okay, I'm glad somebody brought this up, and I'm sorry, XRP Broska, you've got me like, obviously I'm all over the place right now. But DAG, I definitely need to put this down because I too seen this supposed partnership, and if basically with the military, if this is true, this is big, very big, and DAG's one that I really need to have in my portfolio. I used to have it in my portfolio. But if I'm not mistaken, DAG, I believe, was on Uphold when I had it. But that is a huge partnership. Where the hell is DAG on a... What the... Whatever, we'll just do KuCoin. Are we going to... See that blue? This is when we had this setup year... Oh my God, we're just finally breaking out of this setup. My God. This is like a... This is from the beginning of the year. This was just a short term. But look. Let's just do this like this now. Instead of just guessing. This is the uptrend it was in on DAG. And yeah, every time it came up... This is huge. DAG is still so cheap right now in comparison to where it's been and where it's going. This would actually be a very big deal. For the audience. Whew. It's so... See, it's... There had to have been some kind of news. Look, we finally pushed over the 200-day in the weekly. We're back testing the week. Man, oh man. Who brought this up? XRP Broska. Wow. You actually talked about this at a very good time. It's always good to talk about these before this pattern breaks because this is the accumulation zone. For anybody who's ever wondering, when you talk to me and I find a pattern, this is the accumulation zone until it breaks out. If it breaks out the accumulation zone, it's too late. So you got to do the accumulation within. We know the uptrend. We know the confirmed downtrend. This is where you have to do the accumulation. So it's got to be between 2.5 all the way up to 7.7. Once it breaks that 7.7, it's over. Because then it's going to be way too volatile. You'd rather do the volatile inside the accumulation zone. Dave Portnoy owns a bunch of XRP. Oh, yeah, he's going to need to own it, too, because of all the money he's paying our beautiful Michigan players. See, this is why we needed a season like this season. We also needed to win a title for this to be true. Because the rich part of the fan base, and we're the most prestigious and we have the most money to spend. Just, I'm not saying Michigan's the best. But there's a lot of doctors and lawyers and things like that across this great country and world that went to Michigan. So they have big pocketbooks. So they can pay players. We didn't do it for years and years, and the SEC just thought they were better than us. And I begged our team, throw the ethics out the window. I don't want any ethics. I just want to win. And if they're all going to do it, you know, so what? We pay you a little bit money. LSU fan in the house. They're pretty pissed off. I'm sorry about us flipping your number one quarterback to Michigan, Bryce Underwood. But fair is fair. Do you know how many players you flipped from Michigan over the years? And I had to watch Saban at LSU do it. And then I had to watch Les Miles do it to us right in our own backyard after he did what he did, you know, someone's wife and yada, 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 and got yada, yada, yada. But I had to watch it. All's fair. It sure is. But I actually think LSU, this is good for Brian Kelly. Because when Brian Kelly actually recruits and finds his own guys and doesn't just get handed them, his teams go to national championship games. They might not win them, but at LSU it might be different. Next year they'll probably be in the playoff. And I'm pretty good at watching football patterns forming. I see a pattern forming there. And the fact that he got his quarterback still, even though Underwood left, he got the guy he actually wanted, I believe. I think Underwood kept him from having a guy he would have wanted. Yes, Underwood's way better. But sometimes when you don't get the money, just the guy going for the money, that's going to be what's going to hurt Michigan. Now, we had pride. Now, if it's all money, if it's all just because of money, then you lose the love. And, you know, there's something to be said for that. That's why Ohio State can't beat us. They don't have the kahunas right now, but they will. If they let Ryan Day stay one more year, I fear it. Because look at Jim Harbaugh. He couldn't beat Ohio State. We stuck around. We kept him after, 5 straight losses? It would have been 5, but he pansied out of the COVID year, which I would have done the same. We don't need Ryan Day sitting over there hanging 10,000 on us. But no, it's just like the revenge story. It's like that with crypto too. I'm way off point here, but it's like that with all of this. So look, undervalued, right? Once it comes down, we all know what DAG's capable of. Even I didn't do my due diligence here because of when I sold on Uphold. But let me see something. I need to see if this is on one of my exchanges right now, because it is not on all the exchanges, which is a shame with DAG. And anybody watching today, this should be a treat for everybody. Because when we go outside of XRP, it's a treat for myself. You know, so if I think it's a treat, I think the whole audience will have a treat here. Here, Julie. I just walk away. I'm not your traditional streamer. I kind of just do what I have to do within my house. But I'll be right back, I promise. So I was looking at the exchanges, right? Good. Not on that one. I'm not surprised it's not on BITUNIX. I'd be a little surprised if it was on HOTCOIN. Shit. Nah, it's not going to be on any of mine, I don't think. That's what I'm looking at right now. This is the one I would prefer for it to be on because I'm verified. I hate BLOFIN. Let's see. Nope, not on here either. Son of a bitch. See, that was the only reason I had Uphold. At the end, until, you know, they won't give me my 1,000 XRP that's still in there, and they won't let me log back into my account. But they had a lot of tokens that I liked that, you know, even though you got ripped off a little bit. Ooh, maybe Coin. No, not Coin Store. Wait a minute. I never thought of this one because they have a lot of different ones on the SEX too. Wait a minute, I can buy DAG on the Ledger, can't I? How am I talking about? Can you buy DAG on Zaman right now? Out of curiosity. Respect letting Harbaugh build. Had that special weapon doing work. Avico, are you the Ohio State fan? If you really think that has any legs, that is so funny. Like, I don't want to insult my own audience, but you obviously never played football, did you? Or any kind of professional sport. If you don't think sign stealing hasn't been a thing since I was in Little League Baseball, we used to have to do different signs so that they wouldn't see it. You know, they only use that so they could push more rules in the football. Like, you're probably the kind of person who sits and watches the news too, so I don't want to be too judgmental. But come on now, don't push the company line. Hey, they stole our signs. Don't you know why they did that? Oh yeah, you're poking because you're LSU. See? He poked the bear, Julian. He's not even an Ohio State fan. That son of a bitch. Excuse my French. You see what he did there? He made me look like an asshole because we stole his quarterback. And I even said how good I thought they were going to be next year. Don't I kind of have to say that because we stole their quarterback? And their wide receiver. Maybe an offensive lineman. No, that is well played, Avico. See, that's why I got to let your emotions not dictate your response. And I say it every day.
Sometimes you're better at it.
Yep. Juan, thank you. We're going to look at DAG still. Juan, holy smokes. That's quite the generous donation, Juan. That is quite the generous donation. And I'm sorry, everybody, we haven't gone back to XRP, but we're hitting a pivotal moment on XRP. So I really didn't want to look at it just yet. I wanted to see if we could build the 260 before I looked at it again. But Juan, a $69.99 donation. Happy birthday, Tom. Thank you for... Oh, here, let me... Wow, that's a hefty donation, Juan. And we're not done with DAG XRP, broski. We're gonna keep talking about this because I want to actually look at this article. If I can find it in real time. I got to get to that comment, though, because it went up way too quickly. And I'm going to... And I know some people are leaving, but that's okay. We got a nice community that's here. Happy birthday, Tom. Thank you for your dedication and passion for guiding and helping us navigate this new realm. As I always tell you, steak dinner with you and your family this April in the great state of Michigan. Hey, Julie would be up for a steak dinner. Right, Julie? We could go out to a restaurant. Hey, we got a Clausen Steakhouse that me and Julie have never ate at yet. It's a little too rich for our blood.
We should go rent a
But
camp.
I told her when I go in there, I'm going to be wearing my jogging pants. And I'm going to see if they let me eat in there because I don't like to dress. I like to dress the way I dress. Whether I got $1 in my pocket or $1,000 in my pocket, don't judge me. So, the more money I have, the less I like to dress to see how people treat me. I'm not even joking. I don't know why. But Juan, I will absolutely take you up on that, my friend. We've been talking. You've been talking about it. And I think that'd be pretty damn cool. I hope XRP. All we need XRP to do. I know everybody says when it hits $100, we'll meet on Lake St. or on the Great Lakes.
I wish.
Why does it have to be that high? Me too. I'll wear. See, Juan says he will wear track pants into the Clausen Steakhouse, Julie.
Ooh,
We're going together.
Let's go.
Yeah. See.
That's in walking distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where he said we'll go out and grab a steak, and that's a nice steak place by where we live.
That's a fancy. We can go dancing.
Oh yeah, there's dancing and everything.
Fancy.
Hey, we said we're going in sweatpants. No, Julie would want to dress fancy, so I would have to appease her.
No, we won't.
She'd be like, "I'm not going in with this bum."
Fine, we'll go in there in my pajamas.
That's the spirit.
I probably would.
But Juan, I look forward to that. Seriously, my friend, and thank you. You're in Tom's Army now for your first month. I didn't even realize that. Thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge and me being abducted by aliens. I really appreciate that. Some people are leaving because we have not looked at XRP, Julie, in like 20 minutes.
Well, you're having fun.
We are having
Your
fun.
birthday.
George, thank you so much for the $9.99 donation and also being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor. JW's laughing because of pajama. Hey, JW, you made our Wall of Fame with our Christmas cards. You're up on the Wall of Fame.
It was our 4th Christmas.
You're our 4th Christmas card. Here, I'm going to take a picture of it and put it in my email so you can see it. I'm not BSing you. And then XRP Broski, I promise, we'll get back to DAG. It's my birthday.
You can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah. Just like when it's your first day, you're like, it's my first day. I didn't even take a picture. Anybody can... Oh, yeah. JW will know which one's his. Only JW will know. Well, actually, some people will know, maybe. Julie knows. JW, I'm taking my time here so that I can actually show you
You
this.
didn't take a picture of the clutter, did you?
I took a picture of the wall. How dare you, Julie? Let's see. CJW, you're on the wall. That's our Christmas wall. See how we have the Michigan. JW's is the one on the bottom left, by the way. You fit in perfectly, JW. I know it's not easy to read, but you are on our wall, JW, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Timothy said, happy birthday, XRP Godfather. When you have a moment, can you look at the XLM chart for us? Thank you. Absolutely. And thank you for re-upping in Tom's Army for 13 months now. And you have the emoji that I told you so badge. Wow. That's incredible. Man, DAG looks like it's getting ready. It pains me not to have an exchange with DAG so much. But definitely looks like it's going to. Look at, man, I don't know what that is, but I'll take a look. But yeah, DAG, if it breaks out, or when it breaks out, because it will eventually here, XRP Broski, we're going to be looking at 17.5. That's going to be a big move. Shit. See, Julie, this is where it hurts that some of the things they don't give us in the USA besides certain exchanges. because now I'm stuck without a few things that I want. It's always like this. Like DAG, XDs. I mean, I can start naming off a few of them. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun.
We need to move to Europe.
I don't like it. And like nothing that I can even use. Well, I'll bank, but then I'll bank always tells me half the time I can't use it. All right, let me go to BLOFIN just for the heck of it, just to see. Just for the heck of it. Nope, of course they don't have it. Why would they have something I need? So Bank has it. No, that's DAGs. Never mind. They don't even have it. That's not even the same one. So yeah, DAG. I want to go over that story, but I'm just gonna run out of time. I'm gonna try to get into the search after, but I wanna look at one other thing that somebody keeps asking about, so I can try to. Oh wait a minute, what was it? I might not. If it was IOST, it's not even popping up on. Oh, that's on stocks. What happened? I was gonna say it has to pop up somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is another one that's set up in that exact same kind of a. Ooh. See, a lot of these are. This is why I feel like the market, it can't be done yet. There's so many of these set up, like, in this beautiful consolidation that eventually this would lead to a bullish reversal at some point. A lot of these are like this. It's actually pretty remarkable how many of these are starting to form like these. Now, could this one break down and then form some kind of... I don't know. I feel like this is it's just a matter of time before it breaks out of a channel like this. You can even look at this. I mean, it's bounced off of like some kind of steady support here. So after all that time, isn't that kind of crazy how it just came right back to that support? It's had a pretty big move from where it came down to that support, which is funny because it came down so far. But from the bottom right now, it's up. Not that big of a move, 74%. This is just another one. It's in that descending consolidation. These are descending channels. These are bullish consolidations. And it made a nice rounding of the bottom. Looks like it could be a huge W reversal, like a massive Gartley at play as well. Probably would have been easier just to show you like that, but you get what I'm saying. But it's got to break that resistance first. Once it breaks that resistance, it's off to the races. This is again, same thing I was talking about before. You would be buying it into this falling channel. Like, look how high it's come from. And you'd be buying it in the channel until it finally breaks out, because you don't know where it's going to break out. The closer right now to 003, the better. Right now it's at 007. You could buy it all the way up to 11, and then if it breaks out of this channel, it's over. You got to stop buying it and just let it do its job. You had all the time in the world to buy it in the channel. This goes all the way to 2022. But damn, that's a long consolidation. What the hell is this token? I need to know. What is this? Does this have any relationship to the ISO or the IoT? That's a real defined channel, though. That's nice to see. That's an IoT token, Tom. It may be a good buy. Well, if it's an IoT token and it's on one of my exchange, I would buy it because it's, one, how cheap it is. And two, I can't get enough of the IoT tokens, even especially the ones I haven't really looked at. There, Zachary. Thank you for that. I think DAG is a sleeping giant. I really do. It's just not anywhere I can buy it, which sucks. I feel like I've seen this token on BITUNIX. I'm almost positive I've seen this token on BITUNIX. Because when I looked at IOTA, this one came up. It's IOST, right? 0078. Yeah, this one's on BITUNIX. Holy Toledo. Well, who sent this one to me out of curiosity? I'm just curious. Which one of my beautiful audience members sent this piece of information to me? Let's see, IO. Shaky, thank you very much. Seriously, thank you very much. Oh my God, it's on crypto.com. Oh God, we're balling. We're balling. Oh man, I love having mine on crypto.com. Just because it's where I'm verified and they have 250,000 FDIC insurance. Oh man. The only thing better than that, I mean, if I put my money in the bank and the bank ran away, it's the same problem. So having the federal depositor insurance, not that it probably matters, just the illusion of it. Man, it's on there too. Excellent. We're going to be making some moves. Let's see how much money. All right, sorry. I got this might be the birthday present. I'm always looking for IoT tokens. I'm always looking for an IoT token. Let me go look at this real quick. How many people have stuck around? 283. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm not in a fast mood right now to be out. My son's already sleeping. Oh, wait a minute. Not USD. Token. Total. I always look at this just to give me an idea of what kind of, like, are we in the right marginal range? Like, if there's 200 billion tokens, well, maybe being under a penny is a better spot for it. But if I start looking at this and it's got a lesser of a supply and it's down here, then you start to look at it like, oh, you know, this is interesting. Oh, see, that's interesting. It only has a total of 21 billion. Now we're talking. Now we are cooking. And it's 30% under. It's basically 20-something percent under 1 cent still. We're cooking. IOST, main IOST relation. So in answer to the growing need for information security, we propose the creation of an Internet of Secure Things, IOST, based on our concept that information security is vital to the Oh my God. See, there's always a reason to do work on your birthday. If I wouldn't have done this on my birthday, I wouldn't have seen this. How the fuck have I not paid attention to this one? I look at so many in the Internet of Things. I would have been so mad if this one I wouldn't have come across. I can't believe I haven't paid attention to this one. And I know I've seen this name. I know I've seen this name because when I used to look for IOTA, I'm like, what the hell is this? But I was so trying to focus on getting IOTA, it never clicked. Internet of Secure Things and the IoT, that is fucking awesome. Holy shit. This is the beauty of having an audience of 30,000 people. I can't possibly know everything, but when somebody's passionate about some of the things, like DAG's the other one that's going to bother me because I can't buy it. It's just going to bother me. I know it is. Let's see if there's anything that I can just get into because I'm going to have to read this by myself. That's from 2017. So yeah, I'm going to have to go through some of this, but I'll bring you guys some of the better stuff that I find as I kind of call it like I debrief before I even do anything. So I'm trying to get all the information so I can debrief myself. This is craziness. Microstate block. Proof of stake, analyst algorithm. So there's a lot of stuff here. This is going to be a good read. I can't wait. And I am fascinated with the Internet of Things. Outside of the ISO, it's my only real allocation. It's my only real allocation. And now we're getting a consolidation here. Oh man, what a perfect time. This could be building an inverse head and shoulders here in the short term. In the weekly. Whew. Left shoulder, down. Maybe it's creating a right shoulder here to bounce around and then bounce out. I mean, there's a lot of potential here. All right, let's get back to XRP because I've been just... That's crazy, though. This one is good. This one is on the money. This one is on the money. And yeah, who cares? It could take forever, but if it takes forever, it takes forever. But there's certain ones that you hold on to, and this is one that when I buy, it'll be probably today. No, it'll be today. It's just a matter of how many. Just a matter of how many. And I know it'll end up here on crypto.com, so... Oh, wait a minute. Is this crypto.com? I don't know. It's just the crypto at least. Fuck, dude. That looks actually really healthy. Am I the only one who sees that? That looks really nice. You know, I have no agenda here. I was unbiased to this token. Even if you do it like this, that looks really nice. But I don't know, man. That would... Whoa. There's certain things that I'm just glad that come across my desk. This is like if you're working in a business, and you're like, man, I'm really glad that came across my desk when it did. This is something I'd be like, man, I'm really glad this came across my desk when it did. And when we're live, too, that... Hey, and you know I took too much time on this, but when I get excited about something, it's got to do something out of the ordinary. I've had so many that I've been told about when I'm like, sorry, it doesn't meet my expectations. Sorry, it's not part of the IoT. Sorry, it's not part of the ISO. Sorry, it doesn't even have any kind of inner workings or any kind of interoperability to allow it to be even further designated into that field. So I hate to break it to you, but this doesn't cut. Well, this one doesn't feel the same. This one feels good. And then you can look at, you obviously got to look at this. So one of two things that can happen. I actually broke this one down in a much better way than I showed you on the other one because now I'm interested. You know, now it makes me feel like maybe we do need to look at this a little bit deeper. So, but we definitely know it's created this pattern, so it's not like that's not there. So, I mean, that's a short pattern setup where we already know it hit there, so I don't know. I mean, it's much easier to buy it within this price consolidation when it's at 0.007. Where's it at? 0.006. Then if it comes down to 0.004, it's much better to buy it there than at 2.4 cents. See, these are ones that haven't broken out yet. This has not broken out yet at all. 0 iotas, so to say. That's one at 007. What is that, 100,000 tokens for $770 right now? Am I doing the math right? I think I'm doing the math right. Is that 100,000 tokens at 770? Every $776 is 100,000 tokens roughly. So let's just say $800 is 100,000 tokens. Am I doing the math right? I could be. I think I am. I think I'm doing the math right. That's a good deal. For what it's for, that's a good deal. Oh, you are? Okay, I'll be off in a sec, okay? I promise. XRP at 254 before because Julie wants to hang out, and rightfully so. It's my birthday. I don't wanna stay not with her. If XRP it's $100, will we buy the Great Lakes? Well, the government in Michigan would probably be interested in it, and us taking our money. Hold on, I'm trying to, because if we do it like that, that's one thing, because then you hit the wicks, but then we have to be like, all right, well, technically, wouldn't it have been like this? And that's what I'm fighting with right now. Yes, it's true, but you also have this, and then you got these. Okay, fine. That's the wicks. That's the wicks. And this is the bodies. The wicks and the bodies. There we go. So the wick is where you have to break out to confirm it and hold. The body's where you're bullish. So we can't seem to hold the wick area, but this is what we have to hold to stay bullish. So $2.49, as long as we stay over, we're good. And this continues on. If not, well, the uptrend next would be down here at about 234. And then it can still stay bullish and backtest the outside of the wedge even deeper, which I don't want, at $2.18. I'd rather it just hold at least at the $2.48 mark. So big inverse head and shoulder, and the dragon pattern looks like it's formed here as well. So let's just see if it plays out bullish for us. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I'm going to go spend the rest of my birthday with Julie. Have a blessed evening, everybody. I apologize if I didn't get to everything, but we'll be talking more tomorrow about what I find on IOST. Oh, man, am I excited. That actually has to go into the other one. This will be put into the red tag because that's the IoT and Internet of Things. That's a good one to add. Jasmy's not technically... Jasmy's its own thing. That should probably go in the other one. Yeah, Jasmy's going to have to be kicked out of this section and go into the Stellar section, even though it's not part of Stellar. Neither is AMP. That's just... I only had VELO there and SHX for a period. But anyhow, if you guys are looking to trade crypto, just go into my video description or go to my homepage. Like, I'm not going to spend all the time telling you guys, like, all this advertising BS. It's just here. I made it easy. You can click on the links. The one we talked about today is on BITUNIX and Crypto.com. If you're looking for the lower fees, BITUNIX for sure. But yeah, it's it has master nodes with 250K, great staking rewards. Excellent, Zachary. I think that's a great one. I'm going to be doing my research there so that I can figure out how to hold that, because that's one that pains me. And somebody, Kenny, told me about that years ago. He's not in the audience anymore, but he was one of the early members of the audience. Influential member of the audience, but then got sick of all the nonsense that was going on within crypto and just within the way people were. And he just decided to, go his own way. Hopefully he's doing good if you're out there in the abyss, Kenny. We actually share a birthday on the same day, so happy birthday, Kenny. He's a little older than I am, but we both actually had a birthday on December 17th, which is pretty cool. 15-minute XRP touched the 200 exponential moving average. That's good, good, good. If it can hold. But I would love to stay, everybody, but I'm going to go spend some time with my love, Julie. So have a blessed day, everybody. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the happy birthdays. We'll meet again